What's that?
Looks like a protein shake. Scotty has some after his run.
Vasa says that 3-layer compression bandages help ulcers heal faster than 4-layer, but we always
use 3. What's the problem?
Consistency, respect. That is what I was taught to expect from a boss, and I'm not getting any of those things from you, not to mention a little support. You're meant to be a nursing manager, for goodness sake.
And you're on suspension. Get your things and leave the ward. Is that clear enough for you?
I'm here for you, girl. And we're going to push through, so don't you dare give up.
So you've seen Eileen? She's stable. At least that's something. You don't look like you're doing too well.
Just got a bit on my plate, that's all. Compared to what Eileen's going through, it's nothing.
Come over here and talk to me for a bit.
You really don't need to hear about my woes.
Try me.
We've got a few money problems at home. My husband's business is pretty much on its last legs, so just when me having a job is crucial, I go and tear strips off Scotty. He suspended me.
What did you say to him?
Doesn't matter, I was stressed. I snapped. I shouldn't have. Bleating on it, you won't do me any favours. The only good thing about being suspended is I'll have more time to be with Eileen.
This feels good, you know. You and me on the brink of our very own revolution. This country's first ever combined public-private full-service hospital.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. The ministry haven't approved the budgets yet.
Actually, they came through this morning.
How are they looking?
Like any typical ministry-approved budget?
Tight.
Oh, yeah.
So tight there's no money for a till, I see.
No.
The DHB put me here to carry out their master plan. Now their master plan doesn't exist.
Bunch of ingrates, the lot of them. They'd be nowhere without you.
Shortland Street would be nowhere without me. I block the DHB's plans, so they block my career. You know what they're saying? This isn't personal, it's just business.
I think you're being too reasonable. We created this vision together. We both deserve to see it through. And I certainly can't imagine working on it with anyone else.
Well, maybe Gerald could use an assistant.
And maybe you could come on board as project manager to oversee the changes.
Project manager?
Yeah, look, I know you're overqualified, but you would be the one overseeing the changes on the first public-private integration in this country and carving out a niche as a leading expert. Now, that's got to look good on your CV.
I wouldn't do it for peanuts. What's the salary?
Did I mention the budget is tight?
So how long is the contract?
3 months. 3 months of working together. 3 months of making sure our vision takes off on the right foot.
ACC forms.
Middle in tray, where they always are.
I hear you had a run-in with Wendy.
A run-in? I suspended her.
Off the record, there are some issues you should probably know about.
We all have personal issues, but we managed to keep them at home.
It's hard when they're here, though. A close friend of hers had a major stroke. Eileen Hatfield, she was in room 3. And that's on top of some other massive problems, which I know we all have, and we shouldn't let them get in the way. But from what I hear, she's a good nurse. Still learning, but solid. And I know she's absolutely mortified about what happened. She fully intends to apologise.
Can't be easy working with Vasa.
Don't they get on?
Vasa's used to being in charge. She likes to push Wendy around. Sometimes for the best, sometimes not.
Sounds tricky. Any chance you might reconsider her suspension?
She was totally out of line.
I know, but like I said, she's got...
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Thanks.
So how much money do I get?
I haven't had a chance to look at the budgets, but when I do, I'll let you know.
This could work very well for the surgical department, just quietly. I'm rather excited.
I'm glad someone is. Nugent's given me the flick.
What?
Which is not surprising, considering we shafted him. Callum's just offered me the project manager role.
Project manager? I've never understood what that really means.
It means 3 whole months to oversee the hospital's restructure. Essentially, a lot more work for a lot less money.
Then he needs to come up with something better than that.
Well, he's doing the best with what he's got.
You are the best he's got, not that he'd admit it. Come on, Rachel, I will put money on the fact that you did the bulk of the work on that proposal. The idea to restructure was yours, wasn't it? And yet your show pony of a boyfriend takes all the credit and continues in a job he is not up to.
We're not going there again.
Okay, but he gets it all, and what do you get?
The satisfaction of doing what is best for this hospital.
And what about what's best for you? And while we're on the subject, since when have you ever settled for second best where your career is concerned?
I'm not settling. I am supporting my partner. Not that you would know the difference. And for your information, my career is right on track.
I'm pleased to hear it. Enjoy your demotion.
Nikki said you wanted to see me?
Yes, I've had to rejuggle the rosters. I'm moving you down to ED.
Thanks, but no thanks.
It's not an option, I'm afraid. And I know Maxwell's your ex, before you ask.
Yeah, and we rub each other up the wrong way big time. I mean, admittedly, we're doing okay at the moment, but I don't want to tempt fate.
You're both grown-ups. I'm sure you'll cope.
Firstly, I want to say how utterly embarrassed I am. Secondly, I want to apologise. I said those things in anger and I didn't mean them. I would never intentionally disrespect you.
But you did. Do you have a problem with authority, Wendy?
No.
It sounds like you do. I appreciate that you've only recently returned to nursing and that you've had a few personal difficulties, but there is no excuse for your behaviour. However, I'll rescind the suspension and give you a verbal warning instead.
Thank you.
Do you need to take some time off to sort things?
I can't afford to.
Okay. But I can't afford for my nurses to be difficult and demanding. I've moved Vasa down to ED, but I won't shuffle my staff around to accommodate you again. Got it?
Got it. Thank you. And sorry.
I've thought about the job, and as much as I love the idea of getting things moving, I can't work for that kind of money.
Well, you know, if there was more money, I'd give it to you.
Yes. But it also feels like a step down, and with the amount of effort I've put into this hospital, I'm not sure I'm willing to do that.
But this is bigger than a job title and a few extra bucks. This is our vision, and we get to work on it together.
This isn't about us. This is about what is best for my career. You do understand that, don't you?
Well, to be honest, I never saw them as mutually exclusive, but I do understand. That said, the whole experience would be pretty empty without you there. Can you think on it some more? For me?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, got a status 2 coming in by chopper. Male 72, queried MI collapse while tramping up Rangitoto.
ETA?
7 minutes. Hey, everything okay?
Depends. Meet your new nurse.
You and me working together?
Yeah, well, I'm not thrilled about it either, but I didn't have much choice.
Oh, okay, well, you can start by doing bloods on the guy on cubicle 2.
Bloods. Well, lucky I'm a senior nurse.